Well, Derek, before I go ahead and discuss what you have going, the Raiders have going on the field, I have to start with a topic that's been a big topic of debate in San Diego, and that was going to be the future of the Chargers and the Raiders. We know the Chargers will be in San Diego this year, Raiders in Oakland, but how much did you pay attention to the rumors that the Raiders could move to San Diego?
Well, that's the information that we get, so that's obviously we listen to it and you hear everything. Nothing is ever final, until they say, hey, this is where we're playing. We won't think too much into it, but we know that no matter what the situation is, Raider Nation is everywhere. So if it was San Diego, we felt like that was a home game for us. When we went down there, so that'd be really cool there. But hopefully we'll stay home. Hopefully we'll go somewhere, but hopefully they just figure it out. That's what we're thinking. Every
time you get to your point, every time you come to San Diego, it seems as though it's like 70% Raider fans.
Yeah.
Maybe that might, but the black holes out there in the end zone, you see a sea of silver and black.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that San Diego, though, if that did happen, do you think San Diego could sustain the Raiders full time? Enough of a fan base.
Oh yeah, I absolutely think so. If that were to happen, there's no doubt, because Raider Nation is so passionate, they're so loyal, and it doesn't matter, what you're going through. Whether you're winning or you're losing, they're the same fans at all times. So when we were 3-13, they felt like we were, 13-3. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. They're always going to be there. It's always going to be sold out. So wherever we're at, it'll be packed.
How much did you change from year one to year two as a quarterback and your confidence?
My confidence, definitely a lot. Because you gain experience. You gain, that in-game experience is the critical part. I could have sat behind somebody and been a backup for a year, then played and all that, but I don't think that would have helped me. I'm the kind of guy that I need to get in there and feel it myself. I need to take the hits. I need to make the mistakes on throws. And those things are still going to happen. I'm still young. Those things are still going to happen. Hopefully less and less each year. But I want to make sure that I gain as much experience out there as I can. So as we make our run towards the playoffs and towards Super Bowls, that I'm ready to do it. 5
Raiders went to the Pro Bowl this year, including yourself. What can you say about the future, the nucleus of this young Raiders team?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I think Seawood took our average age up just a little bit on our Pro Bowl guys, but I think us, the other 4 of us, I think it's either 25 and under or 26 and under, which is crazy, which is awesome. So, I think Amari brings it down a little bit because he's like 17 or something like that. But, I think that, honestly, the young guys that we have something to build around, and veteran players, free agents are excited to come play with us.
I know that Phillip Rivers would bond with his receivers, during the offseason, playing catch, doing whatever all the time. How do you do something like that with a guy like Amari Cooper, with the receivers on your team?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together, and not only just just throwing the ball, but we spend just time hanging out. Because I want to get to know them as people. I want to know what makes them tick. What makes them motivated. What are things that drive them and push them. So then I can, as a leader, tap into those things. And push them in those kind of ways. Because everyone needs encouragement. Even myself. We all need encouragement. At some point. So the more I can learn about them, the more time I'm around them and I can figure those things out, the better we'll be as a team.
How do you replace, you talk about leadership a lot, how do you replace on the defensive side the leadership of a guy like Charles Woodson?
It's not something that you can replace. Seawood is just something that is so special, obviously. And the only reason you can't replace it is because he did it his way. Now, does that mean we can't replace that whole role? No, not at all. Khalil Mack is our rock. He's our leader on that side of the ball. He's the guy that's going to get people motivated. He's the one that's going to make the plays, all those things. And so, from a leadership standpoint, can you replace a guy like Charles? You can't ever replace a Hall of Famer. You can never just put someone in and say, okay, you're replaced. It doesn't work that way, because he's so special. But are there other ways to replace it? Are there other ways to go about it and make it new and different? Absolutely.
When the Raiders came into San Diego, you guys put up a whooping on the Chargers. One of the players, we lost to the effing Raiders on the way out. I mean, they were upset about it.
Yeah.
And you swept the series this season.
Oh, yeah.
What is it like for you to play this Chargers team? What do you see when you look across?
Yeah. Those Raiders that he was talking about, I don't know them anymore. That's definitely not us. We're a team that will compete and win football games. The whole mindset of, oh, it's the Raiders or anything like that. That was the old Raiders. This is a new team. We're going a different direction than that was going.
Do you think that you're part of the reason why the culture of the Raiders has changed?
I don't know. I hope I'm a small part. My main thing is that I want to make sure that I impact lives. Obviously I'm paid to win football games, throw touchdowns, all those things. But when I'm done playing football, if people said that, man, that guy helped me change my life, or that guy really was an impact on my life, that's something that's going to mean more to me than all those other things.
Last thing on the Chargers Raiders, when it's time for you to go ahead and game plan, when you look at this defense, where do you start with when you're scouting this Chargers defense?
Well, you obviously start with the scheme. You want to get in the defensive coordinator's mind. You know, that's where I try and get. You know, as I'm going through the game plan, as I'm going through my week of preparation, I want to make sure that I'm thinking just like him. You know, I want to know what he's thinking, and I prepare to even things that they maybe don't show. I'll even prepare for that. You know, just in case he thinks of it and does it, you know, and I do that. But then, you know, that defense, obviously, you know, they had their Pro Bowler and Verrett. You know, Jason is a good friend of mine. You know, we've stayed close. We were on the same team at the Pro Bowl. We spent a lot of time eating breakfast together, all those things. Oh, yeah, he's a great guy. He's someone that, you know, I always enjoy competing against, have nothing but love for him. Yeah, he's a great player.
Does he talk a lot of trash on the field?
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. And I don't either. You know, we have fun, and I have fun with all those guys. You know, Melvin. Obviously Melvin's by me a lot, so we talk, we talk a lot. You know, so we've grown to have a great relationship. A lot of our guys have a great relationship, and so it's really cool. But you know, when it comes to game day, you know, we're just all competing. And
tell you about this piece about you in the New York Times. I didn't realize, because you're so grounded. You're married. You have, I think, a second child on the way.
Yes.
I didn't realize that you had a wild side to you, that you were hanging out with the wrong crowd and doing the wrong things. What changed for you? Why did you change?
You know, why I changed and the reason I changed is I found Christ. You know, my faith is number one in my life. And I said it was for the longest time, but I definitely didn't live it. You know, you see people like that all the time. And I was definitely one of those people. You know, people say, oh, that's a Christian? No, he's doing all these other things. You know, that can't be what it is. And I changed my life that way. And that's what changed for me. And, you know, I've lived on both sides of it, and I like this side of it a lot more.
How's your son doing?
He's good. Thank you for asking. You know, that means a lot. Doctor told us that, you know, if we never even tell him about his surgeries, he'll never know.
Really?
You know, he'll just ask about the funny scar he has. So maybe I'll tell him he got bit by a shark or something.
This division, the team to beat in the AFC is who? AFC West.
Well, you know, we want it to be us, obviously, but the right answer is Denver. They won it. You know, they're the division champs. They're the ones that have the crown. And so, you know, obviously everyone wants it to be them, but the truth is it's Denver, you know, because they're the ones sitting on top. They're the ones that have the crown right now.
Well, thanks again for your time, and good luck with baby number 2.
Oh, thank you so much.